What's up, guys? My name's Jomel.
My name's Jarron Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Boo podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for lifeu. This is episode 30.
Wait, it's not 29?
No, remember, because last week was like, you tried to do like a whole like close to 30 kind of joke thing, and it was 29, and now we're actually at 30.
Okay, I got you.
There you go. Congratulations, I'm a 30-year-old virgin now.
Yes.
Powerful. Wait, doesn't that mean that we're wizards now, or is that fairy?
That's 40.
40 is fairy?
Wizard is 30, yes. Fairy is 40.
Nice. Well, I've ascended I've ascended in humanity now.
You have achieved ultimate trash.
Exactly.
Or at least the podcast has. Well, I mean, episode wise, it's
episode wise. We've always been trash, but good trash. Well, trash nonetheless.
Good trash though.
Yes, I believe. I want to believe there is one of them being my Fate Clyde obsession.
Yeah, no, that's if we had to mark down trash, that's definitely right down there at the bottom of the bin.
Scraping whatever's left over.
That and the rest of the lollies.
True. I mean, an unhealthy obsession. I'm a normal kind of person that likes cute things, so.
There's liking cute things, like so. Example, you could watch animes like fucking what's cute out there?
Hanamaru Kindergarten.
You can watch Hanamaru Kindergarten. You can watch Usagi Drop. There's plenty of animes just for cute little girls. Just if that's what you want to watch. Sure, yeah, perfect.
Right.
But it's when they're fucking each other to share mana. That's when it gets.
Well, I mean, again, in context with the world of Fate, in the context of the world of Fate, you're at.
In context to the fucking piece of shit that wrote it.
I mean, can you blame them? Yes,
I can. I can precisely blame them.
I guess, but is it really wrong because essentially the source material is essentially a porno?
Yeah.
And it's sort of an unfortunate effect that resulted in Fate Clyde's
But see, here's the thing though.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. I'm fine with like, all right, so intimacy lets you
right,
transfer mana. Sure, whatever, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
High schoolers, adults, whatever. That's perfectly fine. You didn't have to bring in children. But they did.
Yes, this is true.
Fate Clyde is a complete spin-off that has little or nothing to do with the rest of Fate.
Well, I'd like to argue against that. Do you want me to defend Fate or Fate Clyde? I will defend Fate Clyde.
All right. What does it have to do with anything else?
All right. So Fate Clyde, specifically
outside of being just an alternate something happening.
No, that's exactly the point of it. The Fate Clyde itself
doesn't have a point.
No, it does have a point. Fate Clyde's point is the fact that it's an alternate timeline that would have happened if the events of Fate Zero occurred completely differently than what had actually happened in the quote unquote main timeline. And as a result, well, okay, I will admit the first 2 seasons were essentially nothing but fan service and questionable morality, but
yeah.
As things kick off and actually in the 3rd season, as well as the following follow-up movie, that's when the whole world of Fate starts to actually kind of take it by its origin dark roots and starts taking a hold at what the world is and how it's trying to reshape itself back into the chaotic world that was the main timeline of Fate. For example, I mean, there's a lot of critiques about the anime itself because it's the same thing with the whole manga is better than the anime thing. I haven't personally read the manga, but there's been a lot of shared agreement that the manga is a lot more serious in terms of its actual action scenes and the gory scenes and all that. It's actually it takes back to its roots of the seriousness of Fate as a whole. It's just that as anime wise, when you bump up magical girls and all that, you kind of want to make it cute, and the whole questionable moral thing that's all part of the fan service. But it does still belong within the Fate universe as an alternate as an acceptable alternate timeline with different circumstances that has to do with different families that kind of took into power when it came to the results of the different results from Fate Zero.
But you didn't really answer. Did it need to be a thing?
Did it need to be a thing? Well, let's be honest here. Does any of the the Fate parallel timelines need to be a thing? I honestly couldn't. Honestly couldn't care. But it adds some spiciness, I guess, to the Fate universe.
Is that what you want to call it?
I mean, when you consider things like what is it? What was it? The one we love? I think it was Fate Extra and all that with BB and your favorite one, the one that has the boob passion lip. So, do those characters have to exist? No, but they do in a sense where they're just alternate versions of like homunculi that were developed and also servants as well.
Right, and that's fine because they're not children.
Well, one technically is. Was it BB?
Yeah, but the whole thing's not about children.
No, you're right. No, it's. I mean, I guess just think about it. Think about all the alternate timelines for Fate as DLC. I guess you don't need it, but it's there for you to indulge in and possibly pleasure yourself too if you're that kind of freak. But nevertheless, it is not necessary. I mean, I could honestly just stick to the main timeline. That would be perfectly fine. But we want some DLC to like crack open a few and then have fun with the possibilities of certain things that could have or couldn't have happened. You know,
like pedophilia.
Well, Tron, you're really cutting me dry, selling me short here.
I mean, what do you want me to do? I'm just reading it as it is.
That's true. This is true. I can't defend the lowly elements towards certain demographics of the viewers, but you can only hope that they don't. Well, that they stick to their 2D lowlyism. I
mean, that's all we can hope for.
Exactly.
But
in other news, this past weekend, as the time of this recording, I actually attended my first Wizard World Comic Con in Chicago.
Right.
So, I mean, Jarron, do you know anything about it? Just out of top of my head.
Never heard. I've heard of it, but I've never. I mean, again, the only con I've ever been to is ASIN.
Mm-hmm. Well, that makes sense. So, I mean, I've always kind of like heard about it, and I mean, to be honest, whenever since I've been going to ASIN, nothing else. I've had the mentality of like quote unquote nothing else compares, but I didn't want to narrow my view when it came to different cons. So I was like, you know what, I should go to like different cons. That's why I went to Midwest, and then that's actually part of the reason why I went to Wizard World Chicago or Wizard World Comic Con.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm also planning to attend another one in November. I think it's called DaishoCon.
I've heard of DaishoCon.
Yeah, that's really popular because it's like it has the little water park in the middle of all the hotels, so you get a lot of swimsuit themed cosplay and all that.
Right.
So it's gonna be nice and juicy for con goers and also kind of fun because everyone's kind of like playing. It's like a giant beach episode with all your characters. It's sort of fun.
Right, it's that one. Right.
But as I was saying though, so I mean, one of the other main reasons why I went to Wizard World Comic Con is because I was gonna meet up with a coworker there, and maybe hang out for a bit and just check out the con. Unfortunately, I didn't get to like see any panels because I got there late as fuck. Because I actually went with my brother, but he got home late as fuck, so I had to I essentially missed like half the con, and I only had like 3 hours to actually explore the rest of the con. So this has been
come on.
I know, but this might have been the most clutch con I've ever experienced, but it has been one of the most fulfilling if I were to go 2 days, which is sort of weird because I not only did I meet up, interact with a lot of cosplayers and all that, but I also bought some merch. I actually ran into an old friend over there too.
Really?
You remember Nicole, right?
Yeah.
So she, that she works at for what is it? Dragon Forge, Sage? Dragon Forge?
Right, I remember her mentioning that on Facebook.
And I accidentally ran into her because I was just walking around walking around all the merch stuff and all that, and we reconnected. We had fun, and it was really nice. And then
That's
it was
good.
it was really amazing.
How's she doing though?
She's doing fine. She's actually getting married.
Oh,
So,
wonderful.
exactly. So when Nicole, when you do hear this, I want to say congrats and on behalf of the Wannabe Boo podcast.
Yeah, boy.
So congrats on your marriage. We don't know when it's gonna be, but I will be there to make an announcement and also to make a video. Also, be aware that there will be a Wizard World Comic Con video coming up shortly. Well,
I imagine.
coming up regardless, because I did film with a bunch of cosplayers and all that. All them. There were some merch places, like was it some of the like artist alley merch places that looked really cool. I actually bought like a little pendant.
Mm-hmm.
More details about it, but like it's like this little pendant called, like, it's labeled like the tree of life, and it's a hand painted kind of tree with like red and purple colors and crap like that. And apparently I bought the last one because she only like made a set of 3, which is like different times of the day, which is like a kind of a spiritual thing where everything comes in threes and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
And I don't know, I just kind of bought it as the last thing because it caught my attention, all of that. But we don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear what I've mundanely did at Wizard World Comic Con.
Right. If it wasn't a body pillow, we don't care.
All right, but okay, I didn't buy a body pillow, Jarron, but I think you would be proud at what I bought.
Okay.
As of this moment, for the first time in any of my con experiences, I've actually bought a sword.
Hey.
So now I've joined the club where buying a sword and never going to use it besides displaying it in my room and possibly trying to walk around with it because I'm a fucking weeb.
Yep.
And
Welcome to the club.
Oh, thank you, Jarron. What didn't you buy? You bought sword, or was the keyblade the only thing you bought?
I bought a wooden sword and a keyblade.
Okay. You should display those in your room. I mean,
I don't have much of a way to hang them up.
That's true. I mean, I can imagine the keyblade is like heavy as fuck.
No, it's made out of wood. It's not
Oh,
bad.
is it?
It's just,
Okay.
It's just hard to like because I can't nail holes in the wall to hang shit up.
Right.
So I don't want to.
You don't want to like intrude with unsuspecting decoration, especially with putting holes in the wall.
Though, what I might do is get some like those Velcro kind of things that you can put on.
Like the little hooks?
Little hooks, yeah.
Oh,
And
okay.
Jerry rig something out of that.
Yeah. Pretty cool. But so when I bought the sword, it's actually a really cool. So I mean, I didn't tell you what it was yet. I bought a master sword.
Oh my god.
Because, I mean,
what else are you gonna buy for your first sword? It has to be something like that.
Exactly. I mean, they had some Destiny swords there too, but I was mostly into the master sword because I just recently finished Breath of the Wild.
Right.
And I mean, I've always wanted to have a master sword, but never have I really wanted to obtain one for myself after actually playing a game, because playing a Zelda game, because I've only watched Jarrell play all the other Zelda games, so I've never actually had that experience.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, the desire to actually have one of my own. And this one's actually kind of like really special in a way because it's completely different from, I guess, your traditional kind of like con master swords in a sense.
How so? Is it like actual metal or?
I mean, it's metal. It's actually a lot lighter than most swords, and
maybe it's made out of aluminum.
Probably, but I mean, who am I gonna really get stabbed? Ganondorf to seal the darkness and all that.
You can. If someone breaks in, you can threaten them with it, and then they might leave because they don't want to find out if it's real.
That's true, exactly. But what made this one different is that a lot of the accents, and especially in even the sheath, a lot of it was made of leather. So like,
interesting.
Like really soft touch leather. Like the grip is wrapped in leather, as well as a second layer kind of cross wrapped into a little design, and it's all made of leather, so it's really soft to the touch. So it's not like it doesn't strain your grip and all that. And as well as the sheath itself is also wrapped in leather. And like even the little intricate like gold details and all that, like the Triforce symbol and all the other like, gold trimmings and all that, it's all separate pieces of metal. I'm sorry, separate pieces of leather and then it's tipped at the end with like a metal, like a metal ball kind of tip, so that if you want to like display it from the ground up, so you don't ruin a point on your sheath.
Right. Oh, that's
So
pretty cool.
it's really cool, and it was actually the only other one that I found that had the Triforce on the sheath, which is actually really weird.
Yeah, that what?
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't that be standard? What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly. Because I was looking when I walked around the other booths, they had like other swords and stuff, other master swords, even ones with a sheath. They're like the wooden or the metal ones, but none of them really had the actual like Triforce symbol embedded in the sheath. And I'm so confused. And then when I saw that one, I was like, holy shit! I'm definitely gonna get this one as my first sword. Not only that, but it was $120. So, but
Lord.
no, it's actually a really good deal. I mean, with the way it was like constructed,
I mean, yeah, I
even
guess
like
with the level of detail.
and not only that, it actually also has like Hylian runes etched into the blade.
Ooh.
So it's like really mystical and all that shit. I don't know. I'll make a video about it. I'll when I make the Wizard World video, I'll showcase it in the video so you can see it, Jarron. Because really, you gotta like really have to see it to like appreciate the level of like detail into it.
Right.
It's kind of cool. But yeah, that's my good news to you, Jarron, because I finally bought myself my first impractical sword into my world.
I mean, you're not wrong. That's exactly what it is.
Exactly.
I'm proud of you.
Well, thank you. And I hope to never buy a sword ever again, because I don't know what else I'm gonna.
Oh no, Jomel.
No.
You've opened the door.
This is the gateway.
It's the gateway. You bought one, now you know it's feasible.
Oh god. Well, if I ever go to Texas, I can always carry it on my back because they have
That is true.
like open carry sword bullshit.
You know, I'm surprised there's like. Well, I mean, I guess whatever like social media Texas has. I imagine there's just people fucking just walking around with their shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking
Right.
awesome.
I mean, I'll probably walk around in a fucking Link outfit and just carry around a sword and a shield and just like walking to Starbucks, like start screaming like, yeah.
Well, remember, individual places can be like no weapon and stuff like that, but you could walk around normally.
That's true. Well, at least you'd be safe. At least you'd feel safe because there's a guy with a fucking sword next to you.
I don't know, 'cause if you're in a tunic.
Yeah. Well, how about a metal tunic, like a chainmail and all that?
Regardless,
No.
it's still a tunic.
Well, that's true.
If you walked in like Blade, then maybe trench coat, got your knives and shit all over you, like straight up about to teleport behind someone and say nothing personal, kid. Then to the layman that you might look intimidating, but don't run into any other nerds because they're gonna laugh at you
Or challenge me.
or challenge.
Like they have their own like swords too.
We're a step away from duels being legal.
Yeah, exactly. Or that we're a step away from like what is it? You know how there's like gang wars and all that, from gun violence and all that. Like we're one step away from like a fucking like Clash of Clans situation where everyone is just clashing swords with each other, and gangs are starting to become like guilds and shit like that.
You don't know how fast I would join a gang if it was just like sword only.
Like a straight up guild.
I would literally fucking jump on that shit immediately.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think that guild would last too long if if other gangs maintain guns as a primary weapon.
Yeah, but
just the idea of it.
Just the idea of it would be great.
All right, that's true. But that was my experience, guys. I mean, I definitely want to go back next year. Maybe even go all 4 days, because the other thing I couldn't do during
4 days. Damn.
Yeah, it's 4 days. So it's well, I guess 5 days if you want to count day 0, because it's from a Thursday. It's from Thursday through Sunday. So it's a really. I mean, it's not as big, because when I was walking around, it wasn't as crowded like Ace and all that, but it's still pretty popular because they also do like events in like Texas, and I don't know what state Medicine is, but they do a bunch of other events in different states and stuff like that. So it's been around for a while.
Okay.
I mean, if anything, it sort of reminds me of, like, Midwest in a sense,
Mm-hmm.
except more comic books centered and, like, you know, much more west. Was it
A
much
lot
more
more Western, I got
Western merch and all that? So,
you. Mm-hmm.
but the only thing that I couldn't really do for either you and me is that I couldn't get into. I couldn't find or do any of the autograph signings and all that.
No, you fool.
I know. That's unfortunate. Oh, I think
What were you-
it's
What?
because they're on different days. That's why, and I can only go on Saturday.
Oh, fair enough.
And I mean, if you guys don't know, the entire female cast of Ruby was at Wizard World Comic Con, Chicago.
And what you probably don't know is that I'm a pretty big Rooster Teeth fan.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really sad. One, I didn't get to go into that. You couldn't get the autographs because
Yeah, I know.
I love those people. Fucking, they're the people I aspire to be. Just a bunch of fucking idiots running a company.
True, exactly. But that maybe next year, I'll depending on who's on the guest list, will probably never be. I'll probably never be able to see this kind of, like, what is it? God roll of a guest list ever again.
Yeah, well,
But I don't
as
know.
it happens.
Maybe I might find what is it? Maybe Ian McGregor. Ian McGregor. That's the actor of Obi-Wan. Maybe he'll show up one year.
Then you can suck his dick.
Maybe I can be like, "Hello there," and just give him the old creep eye.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
maybe
he's used to it. Let's be honest.
that's true. Yeah. Or like they're
Like,
killing
most
younglings.
stars are used to having their fans just get all.
Yeah, you're right.
Hi, can you sign my titty?
Especially from a giant family like Star Wars. Oh
Yeah.
my god. But though I think I used up all my luck when it comes to, like, meeting celebrities when I accidentally did see Stan Lee and also run into the lead singer of Fana. So
I'm telling you, Jomel, you had your moment. You fucked it up.
what, the Fana moment?
Yes.
I mean, how was I supposed to, like, go about it without being all main protagonist cheesy?
I don't know. Figure it out. That's the whole point.
I get it shouldn't be natural, and my natural response was to back away and to
No, you
apologize.
should have said "Konnichiwa, Fana-san." Daijobu.
Daijobu omae no shinderu. Oh god, her
Christ.
bodyguards would have, like, fucking
Just flipped you inside out.
exactly, because that would have been an open threat at that point.
Yeah.
Oh my god, but as con season is sort of close to the end, because what we only get a couple more. Well, is there really an off season for con?
Not really. There's usually cons go on all the damn time.
Yeah, like even during the winter, like I watch those, like, music videos and all that, and some of these people are cosplaying in the snow. Those look fun.
Right.
So,
It just depends on where you go.
or how often you con.
Right. Because
So.
professional cosplayers are effectively on schedule all the damn time.
Mm-hmm. Like they're always on the road and stuff like that. They're essentially con hopping as their
Right.
career, since they have to, like, do all the meet and greets and sell their own merch.
And let me tell you that. Sorry about that. That was my phone. I forgot to silence it. But let me tell you, I do not fucking envy them because that's some bullshit.
What do you mean?
Trying to prepare for cons, like with detailed cosplays.
Oh, right. Because it's like, essentially you're crafting everything from scratch, for one thing, and as well as putting as much detail as you can when it comes to either accuracy and or creative liberty on your part to
Right.
have you stand out and all that kind of stuff.
And then there's also people doing it like 2 nights before and not sleeping.
Oh yeah.
And
I mean,
then
isn't-
going to the con?
Isn't that usually the fun part? The the cosplay rush and all that.
I mean, define fun in that case.
Stressful hair pulling moments where the moment you fall asleep is the moment that your cosplay plans are pretty much done for the
Yeah.
weekend.
Fact.
So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's part of the experience in a sense if you want to really go about it that way, but I wouldn't say it's a healthy experience for con going.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I've
it's
experienced that.
just.
I mean, I feel like everyone's experienced that kind of like con rush and all that with their
I mean, people
cosplays.
that people that do the cosplay. Unfortunately, I'm a poor piece of shit. Or never mind. I shouldn't say poor because you could be poor and make a pretty decent cosplay if you're creative.
I
I'm
know,
a
right?
poor, uncreative piece of shit. There we
Well, even the uncreatives are very creative, or how do I say it? Sometimes a lack of creativity spawns something so like memifying, but also kind of brilliant at the same time.
You're not wrong, but like it's still like if you don't have a PhD in bullshit, then you're not going too far.
Well, that's true. Because then, what simplicity can only take you so far when it comes to creative liberty.
Right. But I mean, again, there's the people that you get the if you're buff, you can do the Diglett head and the well, I guess you that doesn't really matter, but
Yeah, cosplay is freedom, cosplay is love, kind of thing.
right.
We want to be inclusive to all and to I don't know anyone that wants to do cosplay. Honestly, whether you're rocking cardboard or fabric from 5 different Joanne fabrics that you've put
Right.
together, and I can contest to that.
Oh shit.
Bless you, my good sir.
Thank you.
Did you really have to sneeze into the mic?
I didn't. The
Oh.
mic's just like I tried to turn to the side.
Oh, okay. Wow. Bless you, Jarron.
The snowball's just that powerful.
Ah, that's true. This is true.
But
But
yeah,
as what? Go on. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I really need to go to more cons. I might, I'm honestly gonna once I start working and stuff, I'm gonna look up
Mhm.
some cons that are here.
Mhm.
And then I'll try to do a stream, not maybe not a stream, but like record
Like
some
a
stuff.
video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, just look into that. There's cons everywhere, though. I don't know how prevalent they are in Alabama. I'll figure it out.
I haven't looked into it.
Mhm.
Should.
I mean, it'd be kind of fun if you did like mini road trips, but depending on how expensive that would be,
Right.
and then you have to figure out where to stay and hobo your way around the con.
Right.
So I don't know.
I
In
mean,
in due time, you can figure it out. I might even help you out and do my own research at Alabama nearby cons.
I mean, there's definitely one. There's a con for every state, maybe except for like,
Alaska.
yeah.
Probably.
I'm curious about like Hawaiian, con.
Is there one in Hawaii?
I don't know, but imagine it'd be fucking sick as shit.
I know, right? I mean, you're in Hawaii for a con. I mean, it's kind of like it's almost like going to Anime Expo in California and all that, but this is like vacation level con levels that
Right.
you're
Well, I mean,
experiencing.
you can argue, uh, fucking California is a vacation state, but
That's true.
Hawaii is most definitely vacations if it's not covered in lava.
Yeah, exactly. Because isn't that volcano still going apparently?
Yeah,
So,
has not stopped.
well, I mean, you could do some realistic Death Mountain cosplay shoots. As
Yeah,
like
I
as Legend of Zelda.
suppose. If you don't suffocate from the sulfur.
True, true. Or if you don't catch on fire from like just being 2 feet away from it.
Right. But I mean, if that's your MO, I suppose.
You can. I can only commend those who are that dedicated to their passion.
I mean, how dedicated should we be?
All fully dedicated, like
Right.
to your best capacity, to a point where maybe it might be unhealthy, but it doesn't affect you negatively. Kind of like fanboying in a sense, maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe
but
not.
it's I don't know, shouldn't
Certain what?
I don't know. I lost my train of thought.
That's okay. But as con season's always constantly going around,
Right.
there is something that you want that we want to talk about.
Right.
I don't think we really have we really like
we touched on. Well, no, I guess we never really approached this subject specifically.
Mm-hmm.
So
What?
now that I think about it, without beating around the bush, we wanted to like talk about like elitism in the anime community.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, we did talk about it when we talked about the whole Kim Kardashian kind of.
Oh yeah, that was sort of like a subtext of the whole Kim Kardashian story we did.
Yeah, but we wanted to like do a full dive on it,
Mm-hmm.
full-ish dive, I guess, as far as we can go.
Mm-hmm.
Cause like, I mean, everyone in the community, we know that there's actually in any community there's people that believe that they have the best taste or something.
Mm-hmm. Like they're like they're certified to talk about which animes are quote unquote masterpieces and what and kind of have that I guess authority in a sense. I want to
Quote unquote.
well yeah quote unquote heavily
Self-established.
self-established heavy quote unquote authority over what people should and shouldn't be watching when it comes to anime.
But I also feel like a lot of people in the community, just maybe not at the level of like where you're like, yeah, you're a pleb because you watch this. But like, I feel like a large number of people in the community have a little bit of. I mean, I know I have some.
Right. I mean, isn't that just considered like normal bias in a sense, or like favoritism for like studios, like with you and Trigger?
I mean, yes, but it's like. Let me think of a good example involving myself. Like if you someone you I remember back in the day you used to vouch for Kodomo G-Con. I'm
Kodomo.
sorry, I'm bringing yeah.
Wait, is that the kindergarten the preschool one that was like really etchy?
Yeah.
I mean, okay, I'll admit to me praising about that, but a lot of it was because it was just unbelievable. Like,
Yeah, but
so
then
I,
you
I
said
was
but the plot was actually good, and I'm like, no, Jomel. I refuse.
ages romance is not bound by numbers or age, Jarron.
Oh, what do they call it? there's a it's I mean obviously pedophilia, but they're trying to label it as
Oh yeah,
something
they did.
sexuality and join the LGBTQ community.
Yeah, there is something like that. I don't want
What is
to.
it called?
I don't remember.
Called?
It was like, I think it started with a P, like P something sexual. P something sexual. Shit.
I thought it was a D.
Was it a D?
Hold on. I mean, I wouldn't even know what to look up. Like, what do I
without
type in a search?
without like having get flagged by the FBI.
Age is just.
Oh
Wait,
god.
hold
Dude, well, it doesn't matter if you do it in um
No, they can still track it in what's fucking incognito.
yeah. It's a loose situation at this point. Well, I mean, we have the podcast too, as evidence that we are not fucking creeps. So
Right. I just really want to like find what it was called.
because I remember what the flag looks like. It's like a purple bluish kind of lavender flag that they tried to like enforce that sick mentality for some reason.
Oh wait, here we go. We'll just go straight in. Pedophile, LGBT.
Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, I think you'll get more. Like,
Okay, it was just pedosexual.
oh, really? It's just pedosexual?
I thought it had like a really like stupidly like, oh, we're not pedophiles, we're actually like this something whatever sexual. Like, no,
Yeah.
you're fucking
You're fucking,
you're fucking
pedo.
you're fucking disgusting trash.
Yeah, essentially. Um, we kind of segue there for a second there.
Yeah, all right.
Do not take anything we've just said out of context, any of you.
Shit, what was I saying?
Kodomo no Jikan.
Right, Kodomo no Jikan. You back in the day, we were vouching for it. I'm like, no, I absolutely refuse. This is a ass trash anime. And then because I tried my best to sit through the first couple episodes. I fucking couldn't.
Uh,
I
what
literally couldn't handle it.
is it? Was it just unfathomable for you?
It was too child. It was like there's etchiness. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
there's like there's animes where they'll like push the whole lolly thing a little bit, and then there's Kodomo no Jikan. Hey,
Right.
you like little girls,
Oh
and
god.
like no, I don't. Where's the plot? There is no plot in both senses.
I mean, I'll. I guess I'm gonna have to defend like high school me for some fucking reason, but I do remember watching this series and did enjoy it just because they were good character dynamics, even though it's not appropriate at all in normal society.
I mean,
um,
I'm not. I won't bash. Hold on. Let me figure this out.
are you gonna review it?
No.
Oh,
Try,
you know what we should do? We should like review our most hated like shows.
I don't want to talk all day about school.
What, talk about school days?
I don't want to.
I mean, I want like not have them be rant videos, but kind of like be level-headed dismantlings of
Literally
why
impossible.
no
Physically impossible.
without having you essentially like become angry or just
Yes.
dismissive about the entirety of the main character.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
I physically couldn't do it.
Well, that could be a challenge then.
Oh,
Hashtag review what you hate challenge.
I don't know, Jomel. It like
I mean,
to-
I'll even review Photokano. For God's fucking sake. Just thinking about it is making me sad.
I'm just saying, Jomel. It's I don't know. It sounds like an interesting idea. I'm willing to do it,
Uh-huh.
but
It's just gonna hurt.
it's gonna hurt. It's
Oh,
gonna
I
hurt a
can
lot.
I can
I'm
only
gonna
imagine.
because one, I'm gonna have to rewatch the anime
That's true.
because it's been fucking years
No, yeah, I
since
know you're
I've seen
fucking
it.
right. It's like what 2007, so essentially more than 10 years when it came
Yeah.
out, and then maybe maybe a year, couple of years, give or take, when you actually watched it.
Right. So I don't.
I mean, it makes you feel better. I never finished Photokano. I'm gonna have to go through the rest of that bullshit.
I actually didn't finish it either.
Oh, really? You didn't finish
Yeah.
School Days? You just
No,
went straight to the end?
No,
Oh.
I didn't finish Photokano
Oh, okay. I see.
because I after because once the whole you realize it's an arc thing.
Mm-hmm.
They got to the girl that I cared about, and then I stopped caring.
Oh, okay. You just stuck with the my favorite route,
Yeah.
route, and then
Yeah.
just drop. Oh, not only drop it, but kind of quote unquote finished it when you were satisfied.
Yep.
Yeah. See, if I were to do that, I'm gonna have to like finish the rest because I only finished that one arc, and then I was like, nope, done. This was too much pain for me as a photographer.
I'm gonna tell you now, it doesn't get better.
It doesn't. Ah, my
Oh.
fucking god.
It does not get better at all.
See, I mean, again, there's a good ecchi and there's like good implications of using something like photography as a tool, maybe as a storytelling tool. But my fucking god. Okay, I'm stopping. I'm going off on a tangent right now.
Yep. Yes, you are. It's okay.
Maybe-
I understand.
Maybe we'll entertain the idea of reviewing what we hate. We'll have to be.
I just
Prepared.
really don't want to watch School Days again, Jomel.
Yeah. Again, I don't want to have to try to finish Photokano because I dropped it for that reason. I don't want to finish it, but if I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to take one for the team.
Fuck, we got off topic of what we were talking about. So.
Kodono no Jikan and Elitism.
Right,
and-
right. It was honestly a bad example. I was just trying to think of like something that related to. All right, so here's a self-reflecting example. I say that Gurren Lagann is the best anime I've ever created.
Right.
Like that is my opinion, but I will shove it down everyone's throat.
All right, and that's your example of like kind of what elitism, right? In a sense.
Yeah, that's one of many examples of my own personal elitism.
I mean, if anything, I think that's like more of a like basic kind of elitism, right? Because it's not because the way you do it, it's not as like intrusive in a sense.
I suppose.
Because I think it counts as it counts as an elitism trait because like if people were to talk about it, you would definitely be on the let's go rails when it comes to Gurren Lagann.
Right. No, I'm willing to fight someone if they say fucking Gurren Lagann's bad. I'll fucking fight you.
Well, there you go. Um, I mean,
But then,
it's not all bad though, right?
I mean, no, some of it's like like I guess what's the good word for it? Innocent, maybe not.
Um,
Healthy,
oh, passionate. There you go.
passionate. I guess yeah, it's passion. When people say the whole it boils down to a lot of things like waifu wars. Naruto's better than fucking whoever.
Mm-hmm.
Goku can whoop his ass, his ass, his ass.
Oldies versus
Anybody that
new.
says any of those kind of things, I guess that's a level of elitism.
Mm-hmm. But then again, though, a lot of elitism is mostly all subjective. No.
No, it's all subjective. Like there's no,
Oh, that's true.
it's literally just a bunch of bullshit that people come up with.
Mm-hmm.
But because we're passionate about that bullshit, like you said,
Mm-hmm.
it becomes kind of an elitism thing,
Mm-hmm.
but not
And
like the negative elitism.
yeah, because I don't want because there's no way that we're really bashing in a sense elitism and when it comes to passion. Because if anything, I would like it's more enjoyable for me knowing that someone is so passionate about like their favorite series like you, Jarron, about Gurren Lagann and all that,
Yeah.
and there we don't fault anyone for just being very passionate about their favorite stuff. It only becomes a problem when it starts what is it when it starts negatively affecting like critiques and also like discussion like um how how do I like like toxicity for example,
Right.
because uh I personally I would personally accept elitism to a level of degree, but not to a point where it becomes toxic. Where what is it? There was a good example. What is it? Oh, so it's kind of like when someone, let's say for example, someone says they watch SEO, and that one person says, oh, so now since you watch SEO, everything that you talk about anime is invalid.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like though it's those kind of like that kind of mentality of like kind of an unhealthy form of like elitism is when it starts becoming problematic.
Mhm. Right. No, I certainly agree with that. It's like it's. I, I mean, what do I want to say? It's like it's just a negative thing that's just kind of a blight on the community because like any rational person can understand that people, not everyone has the exact same taste, and while a large portion of the community might dislike SAO, another large part think it's okay, and a admittedly smaller part of the community thoroughly enjoy it.
Is it really though? Well,
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where it's like the hate is louder than the like.
maybe yeah. It's just more publicized rather than like rather than all the people that do like it is less publicized.
Right. So maybe I'm probably wrong about that, but I'm just saying like um you have to. I feel like it's a part of rationality to understand that some people are gonna like certain things, and I mean, I don't wanna. I look down on people when they like certain things. For example, you and your fucking lollies. I look down on you and
But
people
it's quite respectable though. It's a respectable looking down. No,
and I look down on people with the whole panty thing and the whole
what penny
fucking
thing?
the stare at me
Oh right.
like you're disgusted while you're showing me your panties. Like I look down on those people, furries, fucking. I
Well,
look down on a lot of people.
but you're not like what is it? You're not like
It's not malicious,
yeah. It's not malicious though. Like you're not constantly trying to like drag them down to the pits of your own despair
right?
towards them.
It's like it's more like, all right, you're a piece of shit, but that's okay. It's not, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
Yeah, exactly. And like I mean I don't know if that's a good example, but it's definitely something to contest to. Like, I mean, personally, I am actually excited of the new SAO season coming out, regardless of like all the SAO, all the malicious elitists out there.
Right.
You know?
Though, I don't remember if we talked about it before. We might have because we talked about Gun Gale while it was coming out. Um, we were saying whether or not people hated SAO or they just didn't like Kirito.
Yeah, we did discuss that.
Right. So I don't know because I don't know if that's the whole if it's actually that whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people did like GGO, so like the alternative, the GG alternative. So I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna maybe confidently say yeah, the Kirito as a character has something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and like the whole thing with him being too much of a normie to be a main character and all that, which is still a weird kind of argument.
Well, I mean, he's like
He's cool. Like, is it the fact that he's actually cool what bothers people? He drives
uh,
a motorcycle and is actually good at games and all
cool,
that.
quote unquote.
He is cool.
I mean,
And he's also humble. He doesn't like. He's not like what is it? He's not like
he's a main character.
Yeah, he's of course a main character, but he doesn't necessarily outboast about a lot of things. If anything, he cares deeply about Asuna, which is something to be, what is it? It's something to celebrate him. If anything.
On a quick side note about, I'm diving into SAO real quick.
All right,
All right,
we're going
so
full dive.
Full dive. We're all fucking. Uh huh.
You didn't like that, Jarron?
I didn't like that at all. The whole. All right. So everyone that's ever watched the anime, and most of the people in the anime know that Kirito's fucking. They're head over heels for Asuna.
Mm-hmm.
Like that should be a. That's. They don't exactly hide it. So it should be well known, but the fact that he still is able to generate harems doesn't make any sense.
Well, I mean, it's sort of.
I mean, it makes sense because anime, but like.
Well, it's kind of the whole thing. Like, you can still be friends with girls even though you have a lover. Kind of
You can. No, you're right. You can be friends, but all of these girls want his fucking dick. Like.
Well.
There's not a single girl that he knows that doesn't want his cock.
Let me.
Except his daughter.
Yeah, that's a different kind of love right there. The pure love.
Exactly.
No, you're right. I can't think. But is that really a bad? I mean, again, isn't that like standard harem trope in a sense?
You're right. You're absolutely right. But see, here's the thing. Standard harem trope would have the main heroine and the main character not be together yet.
Wait, is that like the key thing? Is it because he's competent?
Yes, he's competent. He's already confessed. They're already married. They've already had sex. All that's already done, but they still want his dick. Like, chill.
I mean, they've all kind of accepted the fact that they have no chance, so they'll just be.
No, they haven't. Are you kidding me? No, they didn't.
They sort of like made a pact and all that.
No, when? Where? And what? Gun Gale?
No, during the what is it? That ALO OVA when they did the Excalibur quest.
I watched that.
You watched it with the you watched it with us when it went live on New Year's.
I don't remember.
Or was it Christmas? I don't know. It was sometime during December. There was a big OVA live live release of that quest episode. But it happened. Like they talked about like a pact about like the rest of the girls are essentially they're letting Asuna, do her thing, and if anything were to go wrong within the relationship and they break off, then it's all fair game at that point.
Is that what happened? I don't remember that at all.
That's what I remember. At least it was between what's her face? Silica and blacksmith girl.
Yeah, but what about his fucking cousin?
Well, that was already established when she found out that she accidentally liked her brother. Or
yeah, cousin. And then she continued to like him.
She continued to like him in a sense that she'll watch over him at that point
and want his dick.
Well, obviously she's accepted the fact that she can't.
Has she though?
I believe so.
I don't.
Now, is it because, are you traumatized with the whole incest thing, Jarron?
Maybe a little bit.
I mean, this is the first time I'm actually not siding with the incest part. So, again, I think
That's another group of people that I look down on.
what? Oh, incest. Oh,
Yeah.
incest supporters. Hey, Arrow Manga Sensei is
No,
completely.
You shut the fuck up. You shut your whore mouth. There's an anime that if you watch, you're a fucking piece of trash.
Oh,
Now,
hey, you watch Orimo though.
yeah, I watched it and I hated it. I hated every fuck. No, I loved Orimo until the last 3 episodes. It was fucking great. It's one of the best anime I've ever watched. It was like, yeah, this is good. He's rekindling his what is it, sibling with his sister.
Yeah.
Shit. Sorry, I banged the mic.
Nah, you
But,
good. You good.
He's
You're very passionate about this, Jarron.
Yeah, fuck you. He's rekindling his sibling love with his sister because they fell off.
That sounds so wrong right now, Jarron.
What, rekindling his sibling love? Okay, maybe they're becoming brother and sister again instead of just being angry strangers that live in the same house.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's how I wanted to say it. And he's helping her get friends, and he fell in love with one of her friends, and they started dating, and Kuroneko was fucking perfect. She was adorable. She had he had fucking Glasses Chan looking as, watching his back, even though she liked him. And then eventually all the girls started to like him because, anime. But he had options. He had Glasses Titty Chan, best friend. He had Kuroneko, who was already fucking dating. He had Sadist Chan, who was fucking.
Was it Sadist? I think it was more of a Yandere Chan at that point.
Yeah, you're right. Yandere Chan. Then he had Idol cosplay Loli Chan, and then the president wasn't really ever a part of the harem.
Yeah, she was kind of like the overseer, if anything.
Right, but he had options. And you know what? He fucking goes for his goddamn piece of shit, annoying ass sister. And fuck you. And then fucking Arrow Manga Sensei fucking pulls the shit again, like,
hey.
No, fuck you. No.
Hold on. This is completely different. They're not even related. They're not. Yeah, it does.
This is based on principle of liking someone. All right. This is what this is fucking based on. How did you fucking fall in love with the troll in the closet? Like, fuck you.
Hey, it's a very cute troll in the closet.
Yeah,
I mind
it might
you.
Be a cute troll in the closet, but she's still a fucking troll.
Hey, she's fun though.
No.
Yeah, she is.
She's done nothing but fucking chew his ass out. Like, I would
I mean, if you're M, maybe it'd be more enjoyable for you.
No, he's a stupid fuckhead. That's what he is. He had store clerk girl. He had fucking Elf Chan. He had what's her face?
Middle school class president.
Middle school class president. He had the other one.
Was there another one? I don't think there was.
The one that wore the yukata all the time. She was the other mangaka.
Oh, right, yeah.
Or was it mangaka or did they do light novel?
No, yeah. Oh,
I don't remember.
Light novels. Yeah, she did light novels. I think. Or
they
both.
all did.
Well, they were all writers of some sort.
Yeah, I forget the details of that, but he had her. I'm like, yeah, sure, they're still younger than you, but you're a freshman in high school. It's okay. They're like late middle school. You're a freshman in high school. It's okay. You're still age range. He's what was he like? Maybe 15 at the time.
He was.
They were probably like 13, 14.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's weird, but it's fine.
I mean, his sister's the same age as like the middle schoolers.
Right, and that's fine. And I'm like, all right, yeah, sure, that's fine. But see, here's the thing. Here's open communication relationship with all these other girls, and there's the fucking troll in your closet that fucking just calls you up for food. I'm like, no. No.
No.
That's not how love sparks, no? That's not how love sparks.
Hey, love works in mysterious ways, Jarron.
Love is stupid.
Everyone knows that love is fucking stupid. It's weird. It's fucking weird, but it works. Somehow it works.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work in that sense.
Apparently it did.
He had options.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How about pop kids on
Don't you
I'm your
even.
father.
You. All right, we're getting off topic.
We are definitely getting off topic now. I mean, essentially, we're sort of proving the point of the whole elitism thing at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, no, exactly. Having discussions like these is actually perfectly healthy. We're not. It's not like I'm not talking to Jarron because he doesn't like the shit I like. So he's perfectly. So now he's invalid. I'm not gonna try to associate myself because he's a fucking pleb or doesn't know culture, stuff like that. I can make up any excuse if I want.
I might have to stop associating with you since you like Oremo.
Oh my gosh. Well, good thing you moved then, because at this point, I'll be the only one getting arrested. I'll only have the podcast. I'll be doing fucking podcasts in like fucking state prison.
With all the neck beards.
With all the neck beards. Like, what's up, my lady? And all that stuff. Why were you brought in? Oh, I like little girls. Do not take that out of context. No.
Jomel,
I'm cutting that out. I'm cutting that out.
At this point in time, I don't even know if there is a context to take it out of. It might just be you.
No. I am not having that soil my personal reputation.
We've had 30 episodes, and damn near every single one of them, I figured out a way to call you a pedophile because of something you said.
See, this is why I'm gonna be single for the rest of my life, Jarron. because of people like you that have to insinuate such fictitious things in order to.
Is it fictitious? Like I said,
it's about as fictitious as the lowlies that I do like, Jarron. How about that? Is that fictitious enough for you? I am openly admitting to that because they are fictitious. They're not real, Jarron. Let me have this.
Oh God.
I am openly committing my crimes right now. This is bad.
Yes, it is.
I shouldn't be drinking.
Yes, it is.
I shouldn't be having sugar right now. But see, a good, healthy amount of elitism or passion is good. Right. Sometimes you make bonds over this kind of shit too.
Oh no, you certainly do.
This is why I don't want to knock out elitism or even passion when it comes to your favorite anime or even favorite studio and stuff like that. All power to you. The only thing is that I would like to advise is just that when you do run into those difficult individuals that like to
those fuckheads.
Yes, in Jarron's words, but intrude in your good times. I mean the best kind of advice I can say is don't take any of them seriously. I mean, as simple as advice that sounds, you don't really, if you don't take them seriously, you don't give them that power over you essentially.
That is true. That's generally the universal idea of people are messing with you, then just ignore them. But I mean, we know that most of us are adults,
right?
Maybe the few children that might watch us because we're not. I don't think we flagged ourselves as unfamily friendly unless YouTube did.
Well, no, we are. Well, we are on the not YouTube, but we are flagged and everywhere else as a explicit content. But then again,
okay.
Everyone's 18 apparently on the internet, so.
All right, that's fine. Right.
We're not endorsing that though. We're not endorsing hiding your age because it is bad. Please.
Right.
Please look up appropriate things of your appropriate age because legalities, and we don't want people roaming around hentai because that's already a traumatic experience for especially younger people exploring their curiosities.
I should do at some point in time. We should talk about like our first times with hentai.
Probably, we definitely should do that. Because do I even have a story for that? I'm gonna have to remember or look back on my times.
I'm gonna have to take a moment. Like I had a flash or something. Maybe like the first time you almost got caught, or maybe the first time you did get caught.
Oh, I'll say this right here now. Never gotten caught. I am blessed and proud to say that. Neither directly or indirectly.
I've gotten caught.
Both senses? Like both indirectly or directly?
Directly.
Oh, well then that's definitely a story for a different podcast.
Yeah.
But I mean, so that's the advice I personally give you. I don't know, Ron, if you have anything else to add on to the whole discussion.
I I understand people. It's the internet. People like to shit on each other, but yeah. I mean, there's a difference between shitting on each other in jest and then just being obnoxious about it.
That's true.
Yeah, just being shit. Right. So I mean,
And you don't have to be friend, and especially if it, if it affects a friendship, you don't want to be around toxic people like that in general. So
You're right. I mean, toxicity. If you're around like a person that's like, because again, there's also ironic toxicity, and
how
then there's,
so?
like
Well,
it's you're being toxic but in jest.
oh, okay.
So it's kind of again it's kind
Like
of
we
like
just did.
like we were just doing, like where I'm calling you a piece of shit pedophile,
Mm-hmm.
and
Fuck you, by the way.
but because it's we have this air of joke or lightheartedness, I guess,
Mm-hmm.
that it flies. But then there's people that are actually like they'll drill down upon you
Mm-hmm.
with it, and then it makes the conversation uncomfortable, and no one wants to associate with them anymore. And it's like you don't need to be one of those people. You can argue about a topic and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to
Like drag
get
someone
all
down.
drag someone down just because they don't like what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Just as long as you're both pointing and laughing at each other.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's our spiritual talk of the week. As we're all here to have fun. No, I mean,
Right.
at least I like to believe that we're all here to have fun,
No,
and that
anime is
includes
not fun. It's only for
for what?
for penis bait.
What? I'm gonna disregard that, Jarron, because I can. That's not elitism. That's just me shitting on you at this point.
Don't deny it, Jomel.
Fuck you. But as you guys know, the summer season is it's coming into a relatively close call or close.
We're still just about a little over halfway.
A little over halfway. Yeah, that's true. A little over halfway.
Last week when we recorded, last episode when we recorded, we did the halfway through, and that was
Yeah, that's
episode 6 or
true.
7 for stuff.
Hmm. And I know for the first first couple of months of our podcasting career, we have dedicated our fucking dicks and jerked off Darling the Franks
Yeah.
as much as we humanly can. And once that passion is gone and the series, was done and over with, there was not much else we can really be passionate about.
There's a lot of people hoping for a season.
What? Sorry, you cut out there for a second.
Oh, my bad. Or I don't know if that's my bad, but a lot of there's quite a few people hoping for a second season of Darling in the Franks.
I can. Okay, I will entertain the idea if it was maybe a alternate story with the classical people.
Okay, no, yeah, I'd love that. That'd be pretty cool. We get more of the Blue Bear Princess.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we get more of Princess Chan, and have her maybe even like watch her grow into power, how she became who she began. Kind of like a prequel in a sense, actually.
That would be pretty cool. Like just watch their whole war.
Exactly. Yeah. So like it. So I mean, if you want to like expand on the mythos of Darling the Franks, I mean, I don't know how far if anyone would be willing to go, because essentially it was all scratch built from the ground up. So, I mean, I'm open to the idea as long as that's how they want it to do. Because I mean, I don't know what else you can add on besides the Second War. Maybe?
I don't know. Because remember, there was what was it? Was it Anime Expo or something before that? There was like an image of a black-haired 02.
Oh yeah, I did mention that.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. You were the one that.
I mean, if you were to like continue the story, I'd rather have it be like an OVA in a sense, kind of like a
This is what they're doing right now.
yeah, exactly, kind of like a recap in a sense,
Uh-huh.
like a time skip recap, or even like a just a feel good episode of like what the world's been since the world was saved by Squad 13 and all that stuff. Kind of like a giant history lesson with reincarnated hero. You know what I mean?
Right. Just as long as Mitsuru and Kokoro's family dies in a horrible accident.
I completely understand how you feel, Jerome, but I want to admit that my heart has changed just a little bit. Again, I can't blame I can't blame Ai-chan. the child, you know, for the mistakes their parents made. But
Children are born of their parents' sins.
we're going biblical now, aren't we? I mean, technically, baptism's not a thing. So, and Darling the Frank. So yes, everyone is a sin at that point.
And they started it.
Yes, they started the first cucking in a sense. Well, not no, just assholery, if anything,
Yeah.
and like lazy writing. To be honest,
I'm really sad they dropped the ball there. But you know, we've had that discussion before. But we need to
we need to move on into other heart wrenching stories
yeah.
that's come up this past couple of seasons. And what better series than to indulge in an endless loop of misery than Steins Gate, Jarron?
Yeah.
I know you already gave me shit and gave me a full disclosure on how you feel about the series as a whole, and also how Steins Gate Zero has made you feel in the past couple of weeks. And I am proud to say that I am caught up. And let's get right in this. We're not gonna really spoil too much, but you know, just let's get a feel of what's been going on so far, because you know Steins Gate is a loopy ride of a show, even as a premise.
Long story short, time sucks.
Yeah, time traveling and space time is fucking terrible.
Especially when you have like just a bunch of fucking adorable ass characters.
Definitely.
Like like I guess I never paid attention much to it before in season 1 of Steins Gate, but its waifu power is like high, like it's strong.
Like we've got like top tier lists here. Am I right?
Like I know, like fucking, like I didn't even like I honestly never. Well, I guess until recently, I never took a good look at like all the girls in the show. Like there's, you know, we got Mayuri Tutoru. She's just like
She's ultimate
wife waifu.
Exactly. Like marry her right now and never let her go. Waifu material right there.
It's so powerful.
I mean,
oh my god.
I mean, even in season 1, she still had that, but this season of Zero is emphasize that even more to a high amount for in terms of what's been going on with the story.
Well, I think it's because beforehand we never saw her as, I guess, a romantic option for Okabe.
Well, yeah, it's true because there wasn't a focus.
It wasn't the focus, and Kuritsu was there, also high tier waifu material.
No, definitely. I actually have her Figma on my desk, so
right. But like season 2, because of events, Mayuri's more
aggressive, I guess you'd say.
Not aggressive. Just her in general is more prevalent in the anime.
Oh, right,
as a romantic option.
I mean, because she's around Okabe more due to circumstances.
Right. And again, I don't want to spoil that, but
yeah, we'll have like a spoiler podcast about it. You know, sometime maybe even towards like the end game of the series. You know. But like, what is it like coming out from the beginning where like, you know, basic premise is just like where Okabe is essentially a shell of a man of who he once was from season 1.
Right. Actually, you know, I don't think we did a quick not review, but like quick synopsis of it.
Of Steins Gate as a story and whole.
Yeah, I don't think we did.
I mean, you want to take the role in this one?
Sure. Endless depression in time. No. So effectively, the story starts out as this self-proclaimed mad scientist Okabe Rentaro,
also known as Hyoyu and Kyoma, as his
also self-proclaimed Halloween Kyoma, is a college student that runs a small quote-unquote lab with his super otaku hacker friend Daru, and they make little shitty inventions. On one fateful day, some weird time shit starts happening, and he saves someone's life, and that led him to him and that other person creating a time machine. It's a time machine that can send text messages through time. And once they figured that out. They obviously were going to test it, so they sent a text message back in time. Actually, I believe the first one. I guess this is a spoiler, but this is the first. I don't know. Should I spoil what they first did with the time machine?
Well, I don't
I
think
mean,
so.
it's interesting.
It is interesting. I mean, again, Steins Gate is an old ass anime too, so back in 2010. So
Yeah, I guess you're right. Fuck you, people that haven't watched it. Um, so effectively, they so one of the characters, I forget his name, but he's like the trappiest trap. He's like
oh,
one of the four horsemen of traps.
Rukaku.
Rukaku.
Yeah.
Rukaku. um,
Oh man.
he really wanted to be born a girl because he looks like
I mean, he's really effeminate.
uncomfortably effeminate.
I mean, I'm all in for that, Jarron. If I want to be honest here, just saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey,
So not only am I about to bash on you for the lollies, but I get to bash on you for liking traps too.
Hey, my favorite character from Hanagai was the maid. Okay.
Yeah. No, she was funny because she was actually That was a weird like false like what would you call a trap that's like that looks like a trap but isn't a trap?
Fake trap.
I mean, yeah, it's a fake trap, but it's like
untrap.
uh uh uh
Um, um, uh, I'm going through a blank right now.
I don't know. Like, what would you call that? It's a girl that thought she was a boy.
By the way, for those who know that what we're talking about, I commend you. Hanagai is a good series.
Yeah, Hanagai is a good show. It's really funny. It's not so much that she wanted to be a boy; she just thought she was because everyone treated her like a boy.
Exactly. But I think we're kind of confusing the whole story right now.
Yeah, or
So
Hanagai was a whole other series, but Rukaku was a boy, looked super duper girly, and wanted to be born a girl. So for the first experiment, he says to send his mother a message saying that you should eat more some kind of vegetable so that you have a higher chance of your child being a girl. Everyone was skeptical that this thing would work at first.
I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, it was a fucking microwave.
Right, it was a fucking microwave, exactly. It was literally just this jerry-rigged, shitty microwave.
I mean, it was called what is it? The phone microwave temporary name 1.0.
Right.
That's the actual name of it.
Right. But so they sent the message, weird time like space thing kind of happened, but only Okabe noticed it. But like he didn't pay any other mind. He just thought he had a headache or something.
Mm-hmm.
And when Rukaku walked in, everything was normal. No one nothing really changed, quote unquote, outside. But because Okabe wasn't convinced that anything happened, because he referenced him as being a boy, and everyone was like, "What are you talking about? She's a girl." And it's like, "No, you're fucking blah blah blah," blah blah blah. And he he grabbed her down there, and he's like, "Oh shit."
I mean, is that really a way to like just confirm?
It's not.
even if he was a guy.
Again, it's not. But that was his answer at the time because he had to prove it to himself.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I guess how else would you other than taking their word for it?
That's true, yeah.
But yeah, so found out that the time machine worked, and then they started messing around with time, trying to solve each other's problems and blah blah blah, and then shit started hitting the fan when like people started showing up to kill them, and like so they had to switch time again, and then a certain person started dying over and over, and he couldn't figure out how to save her. And when he finally does save her, somebody else disappears, and now they're gone forever. And like,
it's really a messed up situation that Okabe gets into.
So in present time in season 2, this is a Okabe that has attempted to save this girl. Like, I don't remember if they ever listed it in the anime. They might have in the manga or in the game, but effectively like tens of thousands of times
mm-hmm. so
trying
he's
to save her.
so he's traumatized.
So yeah, he's traumatized of traveling through time. So he was like, "Nah, fuck it, I'm done.
Pretty much, and that's what season
No more."
that's what Zero is supposed to be about. It's like it's the alternate dark timeline. 'Cause it's supposed to be it's labeled as the worst timeline that they could have ever got into
Right.
apparently. So, and that's sort of like the base of what they had to work with for season 2.
Mm-hmm. Well, because this is also what an alternate ending, quote unquote.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, true. So
Because in the good ending, I think both girls were fine, right?
yeah, they reached Steins Gate.
They're right. They reached Steins Gate, which is this whole Steins Gate is supposed to be the timeline that everything is okay. No
Pretty
one's
much.
dying. I think they destroy the time machine because America and Russia were about to fuck the world. World War III happens over time machine.
Yeah, I think they might have destroyed, or at least destroyed any kind of research or anything that could have led to such thing. Because the whole reason why the war broke up because information leaked about a plausible time machine got out.
Right.
So I think just got rid of all the information that could have started the whole thing.
Right. So we had to. Ooh, shit. So that's what happened effectively in the first one, and now we're here and with time PTSD, Okabe attempting to live a regular life, but everyone around him's like, no, you gotta fucking go to the past and do this because World War III, and he's like, no,
Yeah,
I don't
right.
wanna.
He be-
And then
not going on.
and then fucking other people start fucking with time, and because he has the ability to like retain all his memories and notice when time has changed, he calls it the reading Steiner. Like some shit starts to happen that they didn't do. And he's like, oh my god, PTSD's catching up with him. He's throwing up all over the fucking place and shit's happening. And he's like, oh my god, I can't handle it.
And then we also have a mix of like artificial intelligence being brought into the story that
Yeah,
essentially is also a traumatization of his past failure.
because the girl that he chose not to save. Well, okay, so like we said, before, he tried to save this one girl over and over until, he eventually saved her, and her and his romantic interest from the first season were able to live on. But in this one, the romantic interest had to be dead in order for this timeline to go on. And it's a weird situation where the world's like, you can't have both, you gotta choose.
Exactly. It's one or the
One
other.
has to die, right? So he chose the other one because it's effectively before anyone met her. So really, the only person that has memories of this other girl is Okabe,
Mm-hmm.
his love interest. But she was working on some shit with like actual people AIs, and what is it? Her assistant or rival or whatever,
I think there no her senpai. In a
lab
sense.
partner, senpai. Yeah, her
Yeah.
senpai continued her work on that. No. It was the senpai's. That was her project. She just used her as the face for it.
Oh yeah. They used her memories for
Yeah.
the project.
Right. So they loaded her memories into this AI, and so it was effectively her before she met Okabe.
Mm-hmm.
And they come to Japan. They meet through fate, I guess. So they're reopening old wounds, and fucking he's just like, he starts to fall in love, and shit just, it's real unfortunate because you're effectively just watching this broken man trying to hold on to any kind of happiness that he has, and I'm like, I can't fucking do this right now.
Exactly. And at this current moment at this recording, it's only spiraling down to
Well,
like
no.
Steins Gate levels to Yeah, it sort of is.
It was spiraling down. It hit the bottom.
Right. Now he's climbing his way
Now
back up.
we think it might be climbing its back way up. We don't
That's
know if there's a
true.
trapdoor under us to drop us some more.
That's
But currently
true.
we're sitting on a floor of are we about to climb back up or just, endless doom?
That's true. This is what Schrodinger's pitfall at this point.
Yeah, Schrodinger's plot.
What we're at episode 18? Oh no, 19. We're at episode
Is it
19 now. So
Yeah.
it's supposed to be 23 or 24 episodes, so we're really close to the end of the series because this is a two core series,
Yeah.
and I mean, if you watch the first Steins Gate, this is definitely something to watch, especially if you don't want to or don't have time to play the Steins Gate Zero game, because
You don't have time. Let me tell you.
is it a lot? Have you looked into it, Jarron?
Yeah, I looked into it a little bit. I mean, again, the first game for the first season
Mm-hmm.
was literally the entire anime
Right.
plus all these other possibilities. So that's exactly what Steins Gate Zero is. It's
Right.
the entire anime plus extra possibilities. Because the games for both Steins Gates were really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't follow the same visual novel style that most other games do, where it's
Oh.
like, oh, you just, you go throughout your day and you select choices,
Mm-hmm.
blah, 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 blah. I believe both, or the first one's entire mechanic, like all the different routes and shit that you could possibly take depended on when you answered your phone.
Oh, okay.
And as we explained, it was like, sending messages to the past and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those phone calls that you got were messages from the past or the future, I guess, in that case.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's
And
how it works.
and if I read correctly, the second one, I believe, has more things you can like uh more stuff to just like answer, like just regular VN style.
Mm-hmm.
Except they still kept the mechanic of when you answer your phone, because it's gonna be the AI talking to you,
Mm-hmm.
because the AI they loaded the AI into his phone so he can talk to it and they can record data. So it's whenever he answers the phone, whenever you answer the phone for the AI,
Mm-hmm.
because the whole point of Steins Gate Zero was that Okabe's done with time travel, so he himself is never gonna do it, as far as we see. So you don't have to worry about that part of it, but shit will happen depending on when you answer the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So
So there you go. Yeah. I mean, I hear like the games are actually quite extensive. So
yeah,
if you if you're like most people and don't have time to play all the games, the animes do a really good job at interpreting the I guess the best possible endings that you can possibly get from the
quote
games.
unquote.
I mean, I like to I like to believe that. I don't know why they give you a subpar ending.
So that imagine they give you the worst ending possible, and then at the end it says play Steins Gate Zero to find
Oh
Steins
my
Gate, and it's
Oh
like, oh,
my
all right,
god.
fuck you.
They leave Steins Gate to the players or to the viewers. Oh, that'd be I don't know how I feel about that. That's a very I think that'd be a ballsy marketing move for
That'd
the
be
game.
real ballsy. I'd be so upset.
Would it determine you enough
No,
to play the game? Or would you just
All right.
accept it right there and there the ending?
We're gonna have this discussion again at some point in time, but I can't handle visual novels.
I know. Oh, I
Just
know.
I can't make those kind of choices. Whereas like the one choice will send you in a whole nother fucking spiral of bullshit. And it's like I can't do it. Not especially when the stakes are real. I mean,
Mhm.
quote unquote real. People die.
True. I mean, I guess a perfect example would be the School Days. School Days anime gave you the worst possible ending.
Yeah,
So-
but was it the worst possible ending, or like
I think so.
the
There was a lot of.
best people that hated the main character could get?
Well, maybe it might be a good ending for most people, but I think it's the worst ending because more people died in the anime.
I
Ending?
guess.
Because the only other ending is only one person died. while the ending from the anime it was 2.
Right.
Yeah, I think it
True.
was 2. So there was more collateral damage for the anime ending. But there is the best ending for School Days. It just requires you to work your ass off after having to cheat because you need to in order to progress.
Fucking. But why? Like, I
Cuz
don't like. It's so. You,
because that's the will of Steins Gate, Jarron. That's the will of Steins Gate.
I wanna die.
I mean, you will. You definitely
Yeah,
will.
exactly. I
Whether you
don't.
want
I
to
don't.
keep that though or not, that's up to you.
I really hope. Fucking. I'm taking a quick peek on the Steam. Um. S- on Steam to see if School Days is a thing.
I kind of hope so.
I hope not.
I mean, it had to be a censored version of it, unfortunately, because
Right,
it
there's
is.
sexy bit, but you can usually download patches for those.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's on here.
that's unfortunate, but you
Yeah,
can
we'd
always
have
get it.
to find somewhere else.
Faku Gaming.
Yeah,
We're not
well.
sponsored by Faku, but that's a
Hey,
resource.
if you want to sponsor us, Faku, we'll be 100% open for it.
Oh, definitely. I already got my Mega Milk shirt. I got my Faku shirt, and I got my
Same.
Ahigo hoodie.
All I
So
have is a Faku shirt, but, hey, all for it.
exactly, tentacles in, or tentacles out for you, Faku. This is an
What
open
is it?
letter.
What is it, Faku.net?
No, I should just be Faku Gaming. Like, I think it's just like another website associated with Faku.
Faku Gaming.
Yeah, tap that and see. Maybe that's a.
Hentai Games Faku, yep.
Okay, there we go.
Hey, it's Faku-chan.
I mean, is it the curly red Faku-chan?
Yeah, but she's like 3D.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
What happened?
Oh, they sell Honey Select and fucking. They sell Honey Select.
What's Honey
This is
Select?
it's it's another one of those make your own waifu kind of deals,
Oh, okay.
but this time you fuck them
Oh,
and it's 3D.
okay. Well, I mean, if it's coming from Faku, I'm not too surprised.
It's not coming from Faku. It was a game before.
No, I mean, like if it's coming off of the Faku site, I'm not too surprised.
Oh yeah. How much? I might want to buy.
This is your last call, Faku. We're already into your merch. You might as well, let's sit down, have a chat, and maybe we can talk numbers, talk partnerships. I don't know. This is some shameless dicks out for you, Faku.
Jomel, there's a fucking there's a monster girl one.
Oh my god.
Oh no, this is dangerous. I need to get away from this. Oh no. Yeah, School Days is on here.
Is it Is it the HQ version?
Yep.
There we go. That's the enhanced animation, a little bit more what is it? Better quality than the first
Oh my god,
version.
it's $40.
Oh dear lord, that's perfect for you. You think Twitch
It's
would allow
affordable.
us?
Huh?
You think Twitch would allow us to stream school?
No. No. Twitch would fucking have a cow.
They'd fuck us at that point.
Exactly. There's no goddamn way. God, Honey Select is $60. God damn.
Jeez Christ, that's triple A right there.
That it is AAA. Like it looks good.
Oh, does it look good?
Yeah, but
Oh,
like
shit.
I don't.
Just give into your desire, Sharon.
$60.
Give into the desire, because we're already trash as it is.
Right.
I already downloaded my VR Roid waifu creator.
And
I might as well just jump in that rabbit hole with you at Faku Gaming. Shit.
What am I doing? I need to get. All right, here we go. I'm just fucking browsing. So if you're looking for hentai games and you're of age, Faku Gaming.
Definitely, yeah. Again, we're not sponsored by them, but it's a good recommendation because they opened it up because of recent events with Steam and all that. But it's also a
Yeah.
good place because Steam fixed their bullshittery. But Faku's still a good place to get all your hentai games and all that.
Right. Steam's never just gonna allow flat out
Sex.
sex unless it's fucking The Witcher
Pretty much. Oh, yeah.
or games like that.
Pretty much, yeah. So.
But like, they've got a lot there. In fact, I would argue this. Well, I guess I can't say they have everything, but like
Is it a good library?
from the little bit I saw, A lot of shit that I've never seen before.
Okay, so options. Shit.
Yeah,
Got plenty of
but
options there.
but you better have a fucking deep wallet.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's fucking true.
How much are you willing to pay to jerk off?
I mean, hey, with VR technology becoming so advanced, might as well get invested now.
I still, I think I'm pretty sure I said it at one point, but I gotta always, anytime I think of VR and porn, I always go back to this one joke my friend told me. It was like, well, it's not much of a joke, but it's like a situation where it's like, in the future, you get your like high tech like porn game simulator thing where it's like this big ring, like
Mm-hmm.
like VR ring, and it kind of holds you in place and like kind of above the ground,
Right.
like suspends you in the air a little bit, and it's
Mm-hmm.
like you got the fucking the dick sucking machine, and it's just you're just sitting there fully jacked in with the set on, and your dad walks into your room and says, "Are you winning, son?" As it's just fucking.
Oh dear Lord.
It just that image just always tickles me.
That's gonna be our future, Jarron. This is the fate of humanity. This
Are
is the
you
will
winning,
of
son?
this is the will of Steins Gate.
Lord.
We're stuck in this timeline because if that's not our future, I don't know what the fuck is at this point.
Oh no, it definitely is. There's no fucking way. Like the, the human race is fucked, or at least the anime community is.
I mean, we're only evolving at this point.
Right.
We are transcending into higher beings, Duran.
Um, once affordable sex dolls come out, it's over.
I mean, it's either affordable sex dolls or we become our waifus
Right.
in VR, and
And
we
you
devote
already
our lives into the digital space.
you already get half of that with VR.
What do you mean?
I said you already have a little bit of that in VR chat.
Oh yeah, that's true. This is true. So that's like a taste. Like it's like a glimpse of what the future could hold for us as a race, as a society.
God, Jomel, there's fucking role play fucking servers on VR chat. I know there are. Oh.
You know it's free, right?
Yeah, I know, but like the the amount of cringe.
Well, you have to sacrifice certain things in order to become what you truly want to be.
Oh. If I ever play VR chat and I stumble into one of those, just fucking kill me.
No, just indulge it.
'Cause
Just give in to the desire and
I
just
will
lose yourself.
implode with like cringe. I will die. Like I will literally just fucking fold into myself.
Your mom
'Cause
walks in. Are you winning, Jaron?
uh,
Anyway, we've been going on for a bit now,
yeah.
so we're recording this at 12 a.m. in the morning. So we're definitely pooped. I've got a bit of con fatigue right now, so I'm definitely ready to
Oh
hit
yeah,
the
that's
sack.
true.
So, as always, guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for downloading us. Anything we can. I don't know if I said this yet. I probably did. I just can't fucking remember. But we did hit over 500 total downloads this past couple of weeks, which is fucking amazing and just unbelievable. I don't know who you guys are, but this is just this is just my heartfelt thanks, honestly, and.
And this is my heartfelt. I'm sorry that you had to sit through this with us.
Yes, so we're all suffering in the end, isn't that right, Duran?
That's what it is. Life is suffering. We're just helping
Hanging
you
in
out.
there.
Just hanging in there.
Exactly. A bit of an update though. As far as we haven't been promoting this as much on the podcast in general, just because we didn't really know what to do with it. At least I didn't know what to do with it as much. But our Patreon has been updated for quite a bit, some time. If you guys want to support a couple of weebs like us, whether it's $1 or $2 or anything in between, we're actually happy to take in requests of any kind of stories you want to, or stories or topics you guys want to talk to us about.
If you really care about our opinion on it,
Yeah.
I guess you stuck around, so maybe you do.
You stuck around long enough, for apparently this long for 30 godforsaken episodes. So
It's true.
if you guys have any ideas or topics you want us to talk about on the podcast, and if you support us on Patreon, we'll give you a big ass shout out on the podcast. Whenever we do our whenever we do our live recordings and all that. Um, and just give you a treat, I guess. I don't know how to say it. We'll publicly thank you. Honestly, we'll publicly thank you who you are, what you're doing for us, and we'll do our best to really go heavy on what topics you want us to talk about.
Right. No, we'll
So
focus it either like
at
the
the very
whole podcast, if like depending on the how strong that topic is.
yeah,
Like
at the very
we'll either
least,
focus the whole or half.
yeah, at the very least, we'll do half of a podcast with the topic you guys want us to do. But with the way things go, we're probably going to be doing a whole podcast anyway of your topic.
Yeah, I mean,
So.
let's be honest.
No, definitely. So that's a bit of an update of the Patreon. Where can they find us, Jarron?
You can find us on social media like Facebook, Twitter. Now on Snap. Did you make the Snapchat?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, Snapchat, Instagram.
Snapchat it says my Instagram. The Instagram is my personal Instagram. The Snapchat is at wannabeaboo. So no one actually took that. So follow us on the Snapchats.
And you can listen to the podcast here on YouTube or on iHeartRadio, Google Play. Pick up notes.
Listen notes.
No, shut. Notes. Listen notes.
There we go.
All right. There, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Stitcher, and any other place that hosts an RSS feed.
Yep, definitely. And also, be sure to like subscribe to us on the WBA TV channel because we have been putting out a lot more videos consistently as far as I know at least.
Well, so far we have the Thirsty Thursday thing going because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but we don't do a terrible amount of news on the
podcast. So we try our best to do a bit of a news segment, news focused video for you guys on Thursdays or relatively on a Thursday. I'm still kind of deciding whether we should do it monthly or weekly, but so far it's been going well. So,
I mean, even if it's not weekly, we could do like bi-weekly or so.
It'll be on a Thursday regardless.
Or just put it out whenever the fuck we want. Yeah.
Or true. That's fucking true. And always, as always, guys, I also do a lot. I'm doing my usual anime reviews, and there's gonna be that Wizard World Comic-Con video coming up relatively soon. Jarron's also working on videos himself. Actually, the last Thirsty Thursday video was Jarron's Thirsty Thursday video.
Yeah, fucking kill me.
So go on, watch that video, and judge the hell out of him because it's quite fun. But as always, guys, my name is Jomel Socorro.
My name is Jarron Gaddis.
And we are the Wannabe Boo Podcast, bringing you the latest and greatest game and anime news, reviews, and waifus for lifeu.
Thanks for listening, guys, and we'll talk to you next time.